Hi, this is Christian, and thanks for watching NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news. Coming your way, Week 7 predictions. We first started out with a Thursday night football clash between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals did not quit at halftime when the Seattle Seahawks were up 14-0, but the Arizona Cardinals scored 10 unanswered before halftime. But then that's when the Seahawks turned it on, and they never looked back as Arizona couldn't catch up, and the Seahawks improved to 6-1 on the season.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and thanks for watching NFL Updates Express. I'm back, and I've got my prediction. This is going to be an exciting matchup, Broncos versus Colts. It's Peyton Manning's return to Indianapolis. This one should be good. The Colts are very good this year, but the Broncos are definitely way better. With additions like Wes Welker, I think the Broncos should win this one pretty easily.
It's Peyton Manning's homecoming, back to Indianapolis. After a heartbreaking release from the Colts, he's back and ready to prove himself that the Colts made the wrong decision. Andrew Luck, though, has been a great choice for the Indianapolis Colts, leading them to the playoffs last year and hopefully to do the same this year. The Colts have lost 2 games, one to the Chargers and one to the Dolphins. And the Broncos, as we all know, are undefeated. So the Colts could spoil the Manning debut fun. So we'll see who wins, but I'm taking Denver in this one.
It's the Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Giants. This one will be pretty good, considering the Vikings only have 1 win and the Giants are completely defeated at this point. I mean, seriously, Giants, you won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, and now you are at a losing record, 0-6. How is this possible? I don't know. I'm also shocked that the Vikings have only won 1 game. I thought they were going to be better this year. I thought Adrian Peterson was going to be even better than last year and maybe even break the record for most rushing yards in a season. However, in this game, which is going to be a close one, I think the Vikings will come out on top.
It's the Vikings and the Giants on Monday Night Football. Now, at the beginning of the season, this would have been an excellent matchup, but now it's a 1-5 team and an 0-6 team. Can the Giants get their first win at home? Well, I don't know. They're winless on the season, and their confidence is at an all-time low. The Vikings have won 1 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, so we'll see what happens. This is Josh Freeman's first start as a Minnesota Viking, and I think the Minnesota Vikings with Adrian Peterson will run all over the Giants, and the Giants will drop to 0-7.
It's the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers in Heinz Stadium. This one will be good. The Steelers haven't been doing well lately. That doesn't mean they can't step up their game against one of their rivals, the Ravens. This one could become close, considering that the Ravens haven't gotten much better since last year. I mean, they may have won the Super Bowl and all, but they're not doing so hot right now. So I think that the Steelers have a shot, but they won't win.
It's the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Heinz Field to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are coming off of their first win of the season against the New York Jets. The Ravens are 3-3, and hopefully they can make it to the playoffs, the Super Bowl champions. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are hoping to carry on their momentum from their 19-9 win over the New York Jets. So who will win this game? Well, I think the Steelers have a really good shot at winning this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Ravens, but I'm taking the Super Bowl champs on this one.
It's the Chargers versus the Jaguars. What a game. The Jacksonville Jaguars, well, to put it simply, are awful. I mean, seriously, they can't really win a game. I mean, they're just doing awful. The Chargers, on the other hand, are doing better than most people expected. I don't even have to say much about this one. Chargers win.
Chargers 3-3, Jaguars 0-6. Who wins this game? The Chargers do. Enough said. Our player of the week is running back Adrian Peterson. Now, after coming off of a disappointing game to the Carolina Panthers, the Minnesota Vikings hope to get back on track against the New York Giants, who are 0-6. So, I expect Adrian Peterson to run wild for his son who passed away last week. And hopefully the Minnesota Vikings improve to 2-5 for Adrian Peterson's sake.
On the Rise, a new segment about teams that you wouldn't expect to be doing very well lately and could actually make the playoffs. So, my first On the Rise team is the San Diego Chargers. No one thought they were going to be too great this year. I mean, for the past couple of years, they've just been another mediocre team. But this year, things could change. Nothing much has really happened to their team, but yet they are improving. So, with that, I think San Diego is a good on-the-rise team.
One on-the-rise team is the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I gave the Cowboys a lot of grief because I thought they were truly overrated by the media. But this year, it seems like they are for real. With the only true team in their path, the Philadelphia Eagles, I think the Dallas Cowboys should cruise to a playoff spot. Now, whether they'll go anywhere is a bigger question, but for now, the Cowboys are my on-the-rise team.
My other on-the-rise team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, I sure thought they were just going to be awful this season, considering they had a pretty bad season last year. But this year, things are looking promising. Everything's looking good for them. LaShawn McCoy is not hurt or anything, which definitely improves their offense. Even though Michael Vick's hurt, they're still moving it along with Nick Foles, and I'm sure Vick will be back soon enough. Their defense is surely getting things done, and that's why I think the Philadelphia Eagles are an on-the-rise team.
My last on-the-rise teams are the Detroit Lions and, yes, the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Detroit Lions last year were 4-12 and will surely improve. They could push for a playoff spot. My other team is the Carolina Panthers. Now, they're a tricky team to predict because one week they're amazing, and the next week they suck. With Cam Newton at the helm, anything's possible. But for now, these are our on-the-rise teams.